Manchester United nil, West Ham 2, and what can I say? Awful game, awful performance. And before we get into that, we'll talk about the lineup a little bit. I was very, very surprised with the lineup. Very surprised with how strong Ruben Amorim did actually go in the lineup. I personally wouldn't have picked such a strong side. So in terms of the lineup, Bayinde, Renet, I would have, I started on anyway, but back three of Mazraoui, Euro, Shaw. I think that's an incredibly strong back three. I would have personally gone, with Fredrickson, Lindelof, and Shaw. Midfield four of Ahmad, Ugarte, Bruno, and Amas. And then a front three of Mainu, Mount, and Højlund. Personally, I would have rested Bruno. But obviously, I had Mount and Ahmad starting. In my starting lineup, I would have started Chido Obi Martin as well and rested Højlund as well. So the changes from my lineup, I would have started Bayinde, Mazraoui, Euro, Bruno, and Højlund started ahead of Onana, Fredrickson, Lindelof, Dogu, and Chido Obi Martin. So yeah, I was very surprised with how strong the lineup was. But in terms of the first half, Man United started okay. I think in the first 10 minutes we did start okay. Slightly, we had an okay 10 to 20 minutes of the first half. In the 4th minute, Diallo finds space on the right hand side of the West Ham penalty area. Instead of driving towards goal, the winger sprays a pass towards Fernandes just outside the penalty area, and he decides to shoot first time, but his effort sails over Areola's bar. And then in the 9th minute, a long ball is whipped into the path of Diallo on the right flank. The Ivorian collects the ball and heads into the West Ham penalty area. He stands up Wan-Bissaka before firing a shot, which is parried away by Areola. The ball kindly falls to Fernandes just outside the penalty area again, and he blazes his effort over the crossbar. And then, unfortunately, West Ham do make it 1-0 in the 26th minute. Wan-Bissaka finds some space outside the United penalty area before playing a lovely through ball to Kudus. The former Ajax attacker sits down Diallo on the left flank before firing in a cross towards the path of Sucic, who flicks the ball through the legs of Amas to make it 1-0 West Ham. Then in the 35th minute, Mount retrieves possession retrieves possession of the ball in the middle of the pitch before picking out Højlund with a lovely through ball. The former Atalanta forward is able to connect his right foot with the ball, but sees his effort go wide of Areola's goal. So in terms of halftime summary, I thought both sides were a little bit poor going forward. Only one shot on target for each side at the end of the first half. Rasmus Højlund had a couple of opportunities to equalise. Bruno Fernandes had a couple of shots from outside the box, but we were struggling to test Areola's goal. And and then the second half kicks off. That's the starting 11 that we went for. Anyway, the second half kicks off and West Ham come racing out the blocks with Kudus getting away from Fernandes on the left side of the United penalty area. The Ghana international plays a pass towards Ward-Prowse, who sees his tame effort safely collected by India. So we started the second half poorly, and West Ham could have been 2-0 up with that opportunity by Ward-Prowse. And then in the 52nd minute, Euro and Shaw do go off for Maguire and Lindelof, and unfortunately Euro did come off injured. He went straight down the tunnel, and hopefully he's not out for too long, because he has been really good for us since he's come back from his injury. He's been really he's been playing really well in my opinion, so hopefully he's not out for too long. Hopefully he can make the final. And then unfortunately 5 minutes later, in the 52nd minute, Bowen makes it 2-0, and it's shocking play from United. Ahmad wins the ball back and he plays it to Ugarte, who loses it under no pressure. He's trying to win a free kick. West Ham counter. Kudus drives forward and passes it to Wan-Bissaka on the left-hand side of the United penalty area. The former Crystal Palace player finds space before squaring a pass to Bowen, who calmly slots into the net to make it 2-0 West Ham. So very poor start to the second half, and it's poor by United. It's poor by Manuel Ugarte. He can't pass wind. He's really annoying on the ball anyway. I don't think he's good enough on the ball. But yeah, that was mainly Ugarte's fault, and we weren't able to recover defensively. And yeah, United do make a couple more substitutions. Mount and Ugarte do go off for Dogu and Garnacho. And then moments after coming on, Garnacho is in the thick of the action. Diallo finds space on the right flank before delivering a teasing cross into the path of Garnacho. However, the Argentina international somehow ended up shooting into the side netting. Then in the 74th minute, Fernandes pings a long ball to Diallo, who runs towards the West Ham goal. The Ivorian drives like Kilman into the penalty area before playing a nice pass to Højlund on his right. However, the Denmark international sees his effort saved by the feet of Areola. And I think Ahmad, all match he was a threat down the wing back position, and then with the substitutions he did actually go into the number 10 position, and he was a threat all game for United basically, and he is going to be one of the first names on the team sheet to actually play in the Europa League final. Then in the 79th minute, Fernandes delivers an exquisite free kick from the left flank into the West Ham penalty area. Maguire gets a header to the ball, which somehow ends up falling to Højlund. The Denmark international thinks he scored, but for a magnificent save from Areola. The rebound falls to Lindelof, but his effort is also blocked. Then United make a final substitution. Ahmad goes off and then Eriksson comes on, and then apart from that we weren't able to, this is in the 83rd minute, after that we weren't able to create anything. But yeah, in terms of full-time summary, worst thing about today is not the result, it's the fact that we played a strong side and we lost Leny Yoro to injury. And personally for me, there's nothing that suggests to me that we have a chance of winning the Europa League final. Absolutely nothing. I think we're going to lose that final if we play like that. I'm not confident for the final because we are playing Premier League opposition, and yes, we are unbeaten in Europe all season, and the Europa League is a different competition, but we are up against Premier League opposition, and I'm not confident for the final whatsoever. I don't think we're going to beat Spurs, but when it comes to that game we'll talk about it. But yeah, in terms of the season so far, obviously it's been an absolute car crash. I'm not feeling any pain because we're numb to this, we are dusty, and we're just not good enough really. Let's get into some player ratings, and then I'll go into a little bit more with regards to player performances. And Bayinde started in net, of course, in place of Onana. He made 2 saves and he couldn't really do anything about the goals. The 26th minute and the 57th minute, he couldn't really do anything about the goals that he conceded. They were high XG goals and he couldn't really prevented them. In terms of his pass accuracy, 15 out of 18 accurate passes, 83%. And then in terms of throws, really wasn't really acted as a sweeper once. Punches 1, throws 1. Really not much can be said about his performance. He couldn't have really done anything about the 2 goals he conceded. Mazraoui, he was okay, I suppose. He won the most duels of the match with 9, 63 out of 68, 93%. He won all of his duels, which is really good to see. 9 out of 9 duels won. So he had an okay performance. But yeah, Leny Yoro, he did go off with injury. 41 out of 42 accurate passes. I thought he is going to be good set to start the final against Spurs, simply due to his channel defending. Really good when he's played in the right centre back position and in the left centre back position. But this match he did play in the central centre back position, and he was okay for the most part. A 3 out of 4 duels won. And then Luke Shaw, I thought he was okay again. Not really much can be said. 32 out of 33. Touches 38. Accurate long ball 3 out of 4, accurate crosses 0 out of 1, and then duels, he only got involved in 1 duel and he lost that duel. Unfortunately, he did get taken off in the 52nd minute. I'm not sure the starting lineup that Ruben Amorim is going to go for, but for the final against Spurs, hopefully we do get Euro back. And then Ahmad, he created the most chances of the match with 5. He is definitely going to be starting that match. Hopefully we see him start in the inside number 10 position, because I think he played really well in that position against Athletic Club midweek. So accurate passes 37 out of 39, 5 chances created, one shot on target as well, 65 touches, 9 touches in the opposition box as well. I think he played the majority of the match in the right wing back position, so him getting so many touches in the box is good to see. Successful dribbles, only 1 out of 5, so not great. 1 out of 1 tackles won. In terms of his duels, he's won 4 out of 9. Needs to be doing a little bit better with his duels. Manuel Ugarte, I thought he was poor, especially because he gave away the ball that led to West Ham's second goal. 24 out of 28, 86% accurate passes. And then duels, he's won 2 out of 3. I thought Ugarte was poor. And then Fernandes, he had a quiet game as well. Chances created 4, which is okay, I suppose, but 70 out of 76 accurate passes, 92%, and he did have this one shot, and he had a couple of shots which weren't really testing the keeper. But in terms of his duels, he's won 2 out of 6, and then Amas, he's won 2 out of 6 as well. Accurate passes 22 out of 25. Not much can be said about him. Again, he's young. coming into the side in place of Dogu, but you know, he was average, I suppose. Mainu, I thought he was a little bit poor, especially in the inside 10 positions. I'm expecting a little bit more creativity and attacking output, especially because you're playing higher up the pitch, but he didn't really offer me too much. 34 out of 39 accurate passes, 87%, and then tackles, he's won 2 out of 2 of his tackles, but his duels, he's won 3 out of 9, which he needs to be doing better. Didn't win a single aerial duel, unfortunately. Mount, I thought he was poor as well, not really offering me too much in the inside 10 positions. 19 out of 21, and 90% accurate passes, 2 chances created as well, and 1 out of 1 shot on target. Touches in the opposition box, only 2 touches in the opposition box, and he's played in the inside 10 position for 60 minutes there, and you know, he's not really offered me too much. 3 out of 7 duels won. Again, not really, needs to be doing better with his duels, I suppose. And then Rasmus Højlund, he had the least amount of touches of any outfield player to play 90 minutes with 31. 9 out of 15 accurate passes. He had a couple of shots here. You can see his shot map here. He's got a total of 6 shots. So he is getting shots off in this match, but they're just not going on target. This one in the 33rd minute, this was from outside the box over the bar. This one from outside the box, just outside the box again, is a miss. 66th minute, this one's a little bit closer to the box and he's off target. This one was a fast break, and this one was saved in the 74th minute. And then this one in the 79th minute was also a left-footed strike, which was saved as well. And the 90th minute, this one was wide as well. So he is getting shots off. He is getting into dangerous positions this match, but it's just not coming off for him. Accurate passes, 9 out of 15. And then shots on target, only 2 out of 6. 2 big chances created. 31 touches, 9 in the opposition box, which is decent. And then 4 out of 14 duels won. He needs to be doing better with his duels, in my opinion. But yeah, in terms of the substitutes, Maguire comes on. He's got a 7.1, which is okay. 21 out of 84 accurate passes, and then Jules, he's won 6 out of 8. I think he is going to be starting that Europa League final. Personally, I would start Maguire in the centre back position. He has looked good there, playing in the back 3, and then possibly Shaw on his left side, and then Lindelof on his right side, and then Mazraoui in the right wing back position, then Ahmad in the inside 10 position. I want to see Ahmad playing a little bit more further forward against Spurs, so that's why I'm having Mazraoui in the right wing back position. But in terms of Maguire, he was okay when he came on. 6 out of 8 duels, and then he did have a couple of shots as well from set pieces, from a corner, which was in the 74th minute, then in the 77th minute, which was saved, and then in the 79th minute, which was off target as well. So he could have scored easily from any of them set pieces. Lindelof, he again lasted 38 minutes, 17 out of 20 accurate passes, 85%, touches 24, touches in the opposition box 1, and then 3 out of 4 duels 1. Not much can be said about him. Average performance. Dogu, again, he comes on, and he's lasted 31 minutes. He was the most fouled player of the match with 3. 23 out of 24. 96% accurate passes. And then Jules, he's won 5 out of 5 of his Jules, which is decent. And then Garnacho, not really much can be said about him. Quiet when he came on as well. 62 in the 62nd minute, he does have a shot which hits the side netting, which he could have done a little bit better. It was from a set piece. He could have done a little bit better with that. 8 out of 12 accurate passes, chances created 2 again. Jules, he's won 1 out of 4, which is not great. Needs to be doing better with his Jules. And then finally, Eriksson comes on for 7 minutes, and he doesn't really have much of an impact because he's only on the pitch for 7 minutes. Does have a strike in the 84th minute, which is blocked. But Jules, he's won. He lost both of his Jules, and he lost one of his Jules, unfortunately. But yeah, in terms of overall, I think we are a little bit unlucky not to be coming away with this. We did give up 2 goals, but you can see Areola here. He does come away with the man of the match performance. He had to make 5 saves. 5 saves here. So we could have scored with any of them chances, but very unlucky not to be coming away with anything of this match. I think we were poor. I'll be honest, we were poor going forward. We were poor defensively as well, given 2 poor goals away. We probably don't deserve anything from the game, I'll be honest. We need to be better going forward, and if we do play like that against Spurs in the Europa League final, then we're not going to be winning that game. I'll be honest with you. I'm not confident for that final. But yeah, in terms of the league table, we still haven't secured the 40 points. We have moved to 16th. I think we were 15th before. West Ham do go above us with that win over us. So they're on 40 points. We're on 39. Tottenham Hotspur as well. Again, they lost 2-0 to Crystal Palace at home as well. So they're in a dreadful form as well. Two dreadful Premier League sides come meeting each other in the Europa League final for a place in next season's Champions League. Like, you can't make this up. Like, both sides are as worse as each other. Manchester United with 17 league losses, Tottenham Hotspur with 20 league losses. Like, we're just, both of us are just awful. Like, we're just awful in the league. But yeah, disappointing game, disappointing result. But like I said, the most annoying thing about this match is that we lost Lenny Yoro to injury. Hopefully he's not out for too long, and hopefully he is fit for the final against Tottenham Hotspur, which I'm not confident for. Anyway, that's it from me. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.